You know, I've been going about this all wrong. I kind of been putting the cart before the horse, as the old saying goes. And I've got too many irons in the fire. I've got too many things started. I didn't think this thing out. Now, for everybody that's been saying I got a green thumb, not so green. I'm not so green. Yeah, the only vegetables I'm gonna grow is my potatoes, 2 or 3 tomato plants, and 2 or 3 pepper plants. I also want to grow you know, everybody knows what paprika is, right? Or maybe you thought you knew, but then ask the question, where does it come from? Paprika is a pepper plant. And I think originally it came from Hungary, that they're Hungarian. And I would like to grow a paprika pepper plant. I'm starting over on a lot of stuff here. I've got to get myself organized. What the heck was that? See that there again, that's something that'll have to go in my compost pile. Compost pile. No, I don't even know. But yeah, I'm having to rethink this whole thing. I still want to do the specimen shrubs, you know, plants and stuff, and cloning trees. I want to clone the orange tree back there. And right now I got 3 bags of garden soil over there and a little bit here. But I have got to think this thing out now, because I'm just it's got way out of hand and stuff is not working. And every vegetable My black cream tomatoes didn't make it. I don't know what happened there. I don't know what happened. My strawberry plants, they're doing all right. Now, see this? This come out of off the curb. I'm gonna my cuttings that I'm doing. I'm gonna start aerating them. I'm putting them in here. I'm gonna drill a bunch of holes all the way around this thing. I probably can get 40 holes in there, and this is gonna have water in it. But it's also gonna have my little air pump that goes to an aquarium, shooting air into that water and keeping it aerated. I'll maybe aerate it an hour each day or something like that. I thought about doing one bigger than this, but this would work better. It's more manageable. But that's the plan on that. Now, I don't have I got the air pump, but I don't have the tubes that go with it, and they've been on order from Amazon. There's another one right there that needs to be busted up. They've been on order from Amazon, and they finally gave me a refund yesterday, and I ordered another one yesterday, and it's supposed to be here today. I don't know what happened to that one. But yeah, folks, I'll tell you what, everything has changed so much. I'm on a journey now. And y'all can come with me. And I've seen a huge drop in my viewership on my channel. But I've got this little set of friends on YouTube. As long as I've got them, I ain't gonna complain. I would like to have more subscribers, but I don't have them. So anyway, that's what's going on, folks. I'm gonna quit trying. I want to do specimens and like these variegated pittosporans. They're gonna go in this thing here as get everything set up. This, oh, that's a strawberry plant. Now it's doing good. We're planning on getting now. That's not doing worth a flip. So that's gonna be another one. My vegetables are just not making it. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. These are biodegradable, so I can put that in my compost pile. Here's another one that's shriveling up. Look at that. I don't know. I don't know. And I started them in these tomatoes, peppers, and my potatoes. That's what I'm going to be growing. Let me go right there. And the strawberries. I'm gonna be doing the strawberries, of course. Now, anyway, that's what's going on right now. I'll get back with you later on today. Alright guys, I'm going to show you how you can make an inexpensive way to aerate your cuttings without having to do each of them individually. This is the way I used to do it. And what this is a air pump for an aquarium. It pumps air. Now, tomorrow I'm going to show you how you can do it, and I think you can do it for less than $20. Actually, these are about $7 or $8. I'm going to use this to start out with. This is a Rubbermaid container, and I'm going to put holes in here. My air tubing should be here today, otherwise I'd show you today. But that's gonna, I guess you can pick one of these up for $4 or $5. It doesn't have to be a Rubbermaid, but I found this one in the trash the other day. And so with this and the tubing is costing me about $6. That hooks up to this, then it goes directly into this. And all the little holes that I'll be going through the whole process tomorrow. I'm gonna drill probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, about 28 to 30 holes in this one thing. Then I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna do about 30 more into this. And what you do, for example, in case you don't get my drift, this will go down in the thing there, and this will stay aerated. I will run this about an hour each day. There's no need to run it 24/7. But I'll have less than $15 in this. Well, I won't even have that much. I'll have about 12. But I found this in the trash, so, and you might have one in your kitchen that you can use. So that's what that video is going to be about tomorrow. Actually, I was going to make one out of a bigger container over there, but right now I'm not going to go that big. But it's very inexpensive to do and very simple to do. Instead of having all this stuff sitting around like this needs aerating. About the only way you can do that is to change your water and create bubbles and all that stuff on each one you have. And I have several things, you know, like, and here's these variegated pittosporans, you know, I got several of them. And that way you can keep adding to it, and every once in a while you'll pull that cutting out of that hole and look at the roots. You don't have to see them to know, just check them. And that's just a very simple way to do it. And I've got several things I can stick in there, like now these here, I don't know if these roses are going to take or not. They're sure not staying green. But I'm going to, you know what, I ought to pour this water out and spray some new in and put a dang aspirin in it. Put a dang aspirin in it. The way I can aerate this is pour that water out and drop an aspirin. Now, okay, I just put an aspirin in this and fresh water, and I sprayed it in under pour, so it's good and aerated now. And it's the same thing with I wonder if this is going to be worth a, I don't see this. It might. It might, mate. You know, my problem is, if I got something like this and it's just barely clinging to life, I want to bring it out of it. I want to make it survive. It won't amount to 2 cents to me, but it won't die. Oh, I just hate to kill any. It's just like all those aloes I'm throwing away. I have to make a decision. I can't have all of this. What is that in there? Is that something that goes in the compost? I hate to throw garbage and stuff, you know, vegetation and stuff away when you throw it on the compost pile and make compost. And it's just like, what have I got over here? I don't have a clue. I should have wrote it. It's a strawberry plant. You know what though? I think I'm going to think I'm gonna pour this out. Alright, I'm gonna go over here and run. I wish I had that hose over here. Now, let me go rinse this out. Now, when I get this thing built tomorrow, I can stick all this stuff in there, and I'll pretty much, and I can add stuff to the water as it's needed, you know, like aspirin and Epsom salts, and maybe some drops. I don't know, you know. I've got to look that up. I can't remember a lot of this stuff. My daughter thinks I'm crazy for the soil I buy is not potting soil. It is it's garden soil, which is a step above just plain dirt. But I take the garden soil, and it says on the bag for shrubs and trees. But I take it and I do like I'm doing now, and I treat this stuff with perlite, peat moss. In this case, I'm using this is organic sphagnum peat moss. I'm gonna start buying peat. It doesn't have to be peat moss or just needs to be peat. But that's just as fine as dirt. Now I need to treat it with calcium. I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna do that yet, because when we moved, they left a gallon jug of mine over there plumb full of calcium that was pulverized eggshells. I used to go get eggshells from a restaurant every day and coffee grounds when I mix my dirt. That's as good as potting soil as you want to get right there. Nothing wrong with that. Needs calcium. Matter of fact. Alright, I just got my sphagnum moss. And I'm gonna break it up. It's really packed tight. But I'm gonna start packing my root balls with this stuff. Instead of the dirt. It's gonna work better. And it makes it easier to close them things up, because when you use just the dirt, it just wants to fall out and everything. You saw it on that other one I was doing. And I really like this stuff. It smells good. I love the smell of it. It's almost like no smell at all, but it's gonna take me a while to get all this Yeah, now yesterday when I was getting that Spanish moss, I was wondering if I could do the same thing with Spanish moss. I would take that Spanish moss, I hadn't done it yet, and I'm going to put it in the oven and cure it out. And but that's the plan, folks. I know I'm slow getting everything started. I started out on the wrong foot. And tomorrow I'm going to put together that aerator. And that's going to help my cuttings. Well, I don't know how they pack that so tight. Well, they got a press or something they put it in, I guess. But what I'm going to do on my videos, I'm going to try to do one project per video, and I'm going to quit jumping around from different things. I mean, one day I might just go out and ride around, which, let's see, tomorrow's, oh, I got a doctor's appointment in the morning. I guess Saturday I'm going to run around getting some cuttings from different places that I saw, especially that one place. I'm trying to remember the name of that shrub, but I can't remember what it is. But see, this is so much easier when you do one of these root balls. It's easier just to stick that stuff in there like so, and then moisten it, and then when you close, it's easier to close up so that ain't gonna fall out. It's just easier to do it that way. And I'm not sure how many quarts of this is supposed to make. This thing, it's just a little bitty package that it comes in. You look at it and you think, is that all I got for what I paid for that? And, well, it's really, I mean, it's packed. It's pressed. But I can't wait to get started on some stuff and showing some results. But I'm here to tell you, guys, it ain't going to be with the vegetables. It'll be with my potatoes, stuff like that, my strawberries. Yeah, this is going to take some doing here, but I got time. I got another story. I had to write that down. Yeah, see, I got that stuck in that by side, and then I can take and I can do this side, and And what I'll do, I'll spray that with water. And then I'll take and close that around that. I gotta see gotta turn my glasses on. What you do, you take this here and you take and pop it around the stem like so. And then that should just there, it's just locked in, see, and that's locked around that limb. That's the way that goes. And I'm slowly getting all the stuff I need. I got to do something about the calcium. Just like that. Alright, I ain't gonna say not quite 3 millimeters in an inch. Or is that centimeters? I don't know. Centimeters, I think. Okay. I'll put that up there. Real right there. Now, I'll have a story for you shortly, folks. Alright. I'm running late tonight. Let's see, this had to have been 1955, 1956, somewhere right in there. Family reunion. My family has a reunion every Labor Day weekend. And this particular year, we had it at my Aunt Bertha Lewis. And it was in Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina. And there's 4 of us cousins that always stuck together, and we was always doing and stuff and getting in the mischief together and all that stuff. Which was me, Charles was the oldest, Ray was the next oldest, and I was the next, and then Timmy was the youngest. and we were from different families. We weren't none of us brothers. We were all just cousins. and, and we was having this reunion, and Aunt Bertha Lewis had his huge backyard, and still didn't have a bathroom in the house, but there was a Johnny house out there, a toilet, and it was a it was a two-seater toilet. In other words, it had two seats. I can't imagine two people sitting in there at the same time taking a dump. I don't know, but us boys, us four cousins, they had a big grill set up, and they was fixing these little like slider type hamburgers, and they'd cook them and put them in the bun, and put the stuff on them, and then they'd wrap them in aluminum tinfoil or aluminum foil and put them in this cooler, and we was going to have all eat at the same time, and there must have been 40 or 50 of us there. And I remember Frankie, my older cousin, him and Lewis, his brother, they were out there doing the cooking, and but me and the boys, we always was into mischief. And we was out behind this two-seater toilet, and there's like little trees around it and stuff. We was back there behind that toilet, and that's when we thought smoking was cool. And it must have been Charles or Ray that had a pack of cigarettes. And we're sitting back there behind that toilet, just being big boys, smoking them cigarettes. And all of a sudden, here come Vicky, another cousin, but a girl, and she was over there behind the bushes watching us. And then she was like, oh, I'm telling. And we talked to her and we begged her not to tell. So she agreed she won't gonna tell. And then she disappeared. And directly here come Kay, Timmy's sister. And said, Vicky told me what y'all was doing. So she done went and told Kay. But I won't tell. Oh, and Kay, she's Timmy's sister. One weekend I was spending over there with them, me and Timmy decided Kay was real prissy and all this stuff, and never did nothing wrong, and she was perfect and all this stuff. And me and Timmy decided we was gonna sneak in there after she went to sleep and poured water down around the area where around her. We didn't mess with her or anything, but around her, we poured some on her and all that stuff to make her think she peed on herself. But it didn't work. Next morning, she got up, no reaction, nothing whatsoever, and we're sitting there all chagrined, like, what's going on? So we figured it must have dried up or something. before she woke up. So it didn't work. But anyway, Kay said she wasn't going to tell we were smoking. So when it come time to eat, they rang the dinner thing, the bell thing, and they had all these picnic tables out there in the yard and stuff, and everybody was sitting around there, and then they was asking the blessing. I think Lewis asked the blessing, I'm not sure. And then they did we always had a little religious service of sorts, before we eat and stuff like that. And then when everybody was sitting there getting their food and everything, people sitting there eating, and all of a sudden that little brat, I'd love to see her right now. She's in Richmond, Virginia. Diamond, what are you doing up there? Get down. Get. Sucker's up on top of my other computer. But anyway, all of a sudden, Vicky me and Kay knows the secret, but we ain't telling. And there was 4 boys in there just kind of wanting to disappear. And Dad gone. If Lewis, the older cousin, he was about 20, I guess, or older. No, he was older than that, because he'd already been in the Army, and he got back from Germany. But Lewis whittled it out of, what's the secret? And she kept saying, I promised I wouldn't tell. And of course, everybody's sitting on the edge of the seat. What have you boys been up to? Because we're known to get into trouble and stuff. And little Dickens, she told, I'd love to see Vicky right now. She's in Richmond, Virginia, and she owns a restaurant there in Richmond. At least the last I heard she did, she was thinking about retiring. But yeah, we got in trouble over that deal, and we had to go over there and sit under a tree. They kept us under that tree for about an hour. I guess that was supposed to be a punishment. Oh boy. I can't believe that little girl did that. But we didn't like Vic and Kay being around us, and there was a couple other girls too, but Vic and Kay was the main ones that was always there. We got caught. Little Dickens. Oh man, that sure brings back memories. I'm telling you, it's the truth. We did. We had some good times. We had some sad times too. That time we was over. It ain't Bertha Lewis's, and that's a farm. That's a big farm, and Uncle Edward had back about a half a mile from the house, that had a farm pond, and we was skinny dipping in that thing. There was about 5 or 6 of us. There was me, Charles, Timmy. I don't think Ray was there, and then there was some neighbor guys, friends of Timmy's. And I swear I can't remember this boy's name. You would think I could remember his name. But one of the boys that was with us. And we was all out there swimming in the thing, and then we started to go back in, and we couldn't find, what was his dadgone name? We couldn't find him. He was gone. And we got, well, maybe he got dressed and left, you know, but his clothes were still laying over there. And what had happened, we don't know. He just went under and didn't come up. He drowned. He drowned. And directly all of us got dressed. We kind of looked around. Nobody swam around looking for him or anything. We was just boys. I guess we was around 9, 8 or 9. We run to Aunt Bertha's house and told her, and she went and tried to round up Uncle Edward. He was out on one of the fields somewhere with a tractor, and it was a couple of hours before they could get anybody to go out there and start seeing if he was in the pond. And of course they found he was in the pond. He was in the pond. Man. We was devastated. I mean, you know, we felt guilty. Still feel guilty today, mate. We know we wasn't. Of course, we were all about the same age. I don't know, but I remember his mama and daddy, and they was all down there at the pond. They was going in there looking for him and stuff, and the pond wasn't that, well, it was kind of deep in the middle. But me and Tammy was sitting over under a tree, you know, and just, it was terrible. And then that boy's mom and daddy come up just about the time they found the boy. Oh Lord, that woman just wailed. And I think me and Tammy thought the boy's parents was blaming us, you know, but it was just as much that boy's fault as it was the rest. It was all of our faults, really. But I ain't never forgot that. Why can't I remember his name? Hall. His last something Hall. What? I can't. Come on, Dauber, what was his last name? I can't. I was at his funeral and everything. Oh, boy. His last name was Hall. It'll come to me. I think that's COVID working on me again. So, anyway, that was one of the sad times. Alright folks, that's my story for today, and I'm sticking to it. How did I get off on that boy drowning like that? I don't know. I'm sorry, but anyway, that's the story, that's the life, that's part of Dauber's life, part of Dauber's memories. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it, and I'll see you in the next one. And I should have a busy day tomorrow. I'm coming up with that video, making that aerator thing for my cuttings and stuff. See you later. GoPro, turn off. Oh shoot. GoPro, stop recording.